He got a whole Royal Rumble sign right behind him. I'm kind of jealous right now.
Yeah. You told me he was talking about Royal Rumble. I had to come correct.
I see. I see. What's up, world? Your homegrown Ivy. This is Welcome to the Raw Zone presents the Gorilla Talk podcast. So, of course, we're here, but I know this isn't Ray Pearson, but we got Abe from Detroit in the motherfucking building.
ABE.
So, if you haven't noticed, like, he has these most amazing and hilarious TikToks. The way he was championing for the Lions, again, I'm sorry.
Oh man, you just had to bring it up,
I'm
man.
sorry, man. Listen, I bet $20 on it and lost.
Yeah, I bet a lot more than that and lost.
I mean, listen,
Shit.
I thought I would make some money the way that they were playing lately.
Right. We set up though for next year, you know. We just needed to taste it, understand what it's like to fail. Now we know how to win. That's all it was.
Okay.
All it was.
But he had this amazing TikTok. But tell a little bit to our pals here about you.
Yeah, my name is ABE from DET. I got a platform on every social media outlet you can find. It's just at ABE from DET on everything. Very easy to find. I break down everything and anything that has to do with the state of Michigan, artists, restaurants, TV shows, and of course, lately with my Lions, I've been killing it with the sports, but that's all fucking over now. But
I mean, but you could do like WWE content.
exactly, that's why I'm here. I'm like, this is perfect. I can keep the sports rolling, jump into wrestling. We got WrestleMania season coming up. Perfect
WrestleMania
time.
40.
WrestleMania 40,
That's,
Philadelphia.
that's crazy. You
That's
meeting me in Philly?
I don't know about that, but I'm gonna definitely be checking it out. You going down there?
I want to because it's still like I missed it when it came to Jersey, and I feel like it's gonna be the next time. It's gonna be semi close for a while.
Right. See, I went last year, got my heart broken with Cody. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm watching it at home this time. Now, if they build up somehow, is it 2 nights or one?
I really hope it's not too nights. I kind of miss the tradition of staying up until 1 a.m. to watch
Yeah.
Mania.
Because every time they talk about possible Rock and Roman, I'm like, I don't mind it if it's night one and make sure Cody gets night two, but I'm confused. I looked it up online. I'm getting different stories.
So right now they're debating, or the rumor mill says they'll end up being a triple threat, which I don't think so.
I hope not.
Especially with Punk now having the torn tricep.
Right.
They maybe they'll redirect Cody because remember they did say they had no plans for Cody to finish his story.
Right.
But now there's an opportunity, but it's not the story he wants.
Exactly. I do not want to see him fight Seth at all. At all. I don't know if you saw any, we live right now, but Raw going on right now. Seth just made a plea to Cody to fight him instead of Roman. I'm like, hell no. Even the crowd was like, no.
It was just like, because even Paul Heyman said it on SmackDown on Friday that it's pretty much a consolation prize.
Yeah. Don't do that. It's Roman or nothing.
The other heavyweight champion.
Right. Fuck that.
First of all, that's such an insult because the only reason it has the Universal Championship has relevancy is because Roman made it relevant. But it was not even like Bray Wyatt had the title prior to that, and it was pretty special for us fans of Bray Wyatt. Okay, but before that, it was to Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Kevin Owens, and Finn Balor for one day.
Right.
The heavyweight champion's been here for how many years
now? I want to say probably a year and a half, 2 years now.
The world had the one that they were using since, not the one. Isn't it the new version of the old model?
Yeah, new version of the old model. Now we talking about the history of it. It's been around.
Talking about the history of it.
Okay, the history. Yeah, that shit been around forever.
and and then you're kind of diminishing its prestige because of Roman Reigns,
Right. Exactly.
who also held that title at one point.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I don't want that. I want Cody. If you end in the story, you want to fight the end boss, you know? That's like the Power Rangers. You want to fight Rita Repulsa or you want to fight the fucking Putty Patrol, you know? It's like a big difference here.
Ah, shit, he said Rita Repulsa. These kids don't know about that.
Nah, they don't. They don't. But it's still, man, levels. If you're gonna end the story, end it with the end boss. And Roman is the end boss. Cody already beat Seth so many times. What, 3, 4 times?
One of them with a rip peck.
Right. Come on, man. Leave that alone. I appreciate what Seth was saying. That was dope. The segment was fire. If I was an idiot, I might have fell for it too, but no. Roman Reigns is the boss of bosses, the king of kings, God mode himself. There is only one.
I mean, the way that they built it up like that, like, it's so. I loved Roman when he was face because he had the underdog thing, and I don't mind now. Like the bravado, I appreciated it for a while, but I also am at the point where you've been champion for 1,300 days. I'm fucking sick of you.
Right, right.
Fucking give it up.
Now, if Cody would have lost last night, I wouldn't have been mad because I'd understand they want him to break Hogan's record in September. I'd have been cool with that. But now that Cody's won, you got to give it to him. You got to let him take it off of him now.
I feel like they're not going to take it off him. And all of this is going to be for nothing.
I will be pissed the fuck off and unsubscribe again.
I mean, I can't unsubscribe from Peacock because I'm watching Chicago Fire.
I'm unsubscribed. I unsubscribed for like 4 months last year. I came back.
I mean, I'm still not going to unsubscribe to it when it goes because, shit, it has a lot of good dramas on it. What? You don't watch Law and Order?
I watch La Brea.
What's La Brea?
And it's like this it's like this show where it was like this worm, it was like this sinkhole, and a bunch of people went through the hole. It was a big, massive tragedy in LA, but they ended up in like 200 BC with dinosaurs and shit. And they trying to figure out how to get their way back. It's a dope show, but it's on NBC Peacock.
Have they not made their way home yet?
No, this the final season. They almost home. So if you want to catch up, now's the time.
I mean, see, they said the same thing about Game of Thrones, and then at the end, I was disappointed heavily.
For
I mean, listen, the Arya, kicking ass. That was a highlight, right?
Right.
But also because I'm a photographer and I noticed the production bullshit.
Yeah, that darkness.
Yeah,
that was rough. That was rough on that episode.
I was just like,
Yeah.
And then the Starbucks cup didn't help either.
So you kind of caught it at the end and like watched everything and caught up?
No, I forced myself to watch the 7 seasons 2 months before the finale.
Oh man. See, I watched it while it was happening from show 1.
I refused to.
Yeah, I wish I didn't either.
I wish I was refusing it because I felt like Game of Thrones was such a fad at the time, not even because of the books.
Right.
It was because of Jon Snow and all of this. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Jason Momoa was very nice to look at.
Oh, yeah.
But
sometimes I forget he was in it. He was in there so early.
But then again, he also raped Khaleesi.
Yeah, that was foul.
So how is it you're the moon and the sun to me, but you were raping her?
Right.
But whatever.
On some Vince McMahon shit. Damn.
Yeah. Speaking of Vince, right? I feel like all of this was timed too perfectly for the Rumble.
Yeah. Flawlessly. Somebody was holding this information and using it as like a chess piece to get him out and take full control. That's the way it feels.
It's just like, first of all, this is the first time in 40 years that the WWE is not run by McMahon.
Right. That's
Uh,
big.
McMahon released a statement last week saying, out of respect to the WWE Universe, the extraordinary TKO Vincent's board members and shareholders, partners, and constituents, and all the employees and superstars who helped WWE, blah, 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 blah. I have decided to resign from my executive chairmanship and the TKO board of directors effective immediately.
Wow.
I
So
still don't, for all of this, you might as well have stayed in your hiatus that you were doing prior.
right, right. Seeing him, I don't know if you saw when TKO made the acquisition and he was on like a press run on ESPN and he had that little black mustache and that black hair dye. He looked like a creepy guy with a white van.
He looked like Porn Stash from Orange is the New Black.
Exactly. He looked like a villain right there. I was like, yeah, he might be guilty, man.
I mean, but did you not see it? Like, don't you remember back in the E where they were making storylines saying he wasn't a perv, but he wanted fucking Trish Stratus's ass in his face?
Yeah, yeah, I
And
remember
said he
those
got
days.
Rikishi?
Yeah, I remember those days. It's all hitting me now. I've been looking back on a lot of that shit since this came out. Like, yo, this been right in front of our face the whole time. We just never really peeped it.
Bro, it's been there from the start. They talked about it on Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah,
So when Trips talks about not fucking knowing about this shit, were you not on that episode where they talked about the shit you and Shawn Michaels did in the plane?
right. I give Trips a little credit just because that's his daughter's husband. So he might not have wanted his daughter to be cheated on. So he didn't bring Triple H into it. So maybe Trip don't know about it, but everybody else, I'm sure they was aware.
I mean, for Stephanie to step down, she
Yeah,
had to have known.
yeah, yeah.
And then for the Bella twins to go and say, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah,
Like,
that was personal.
if you knew about it, and this is what we were talking about on the SmackDown show the SmackDown recap we did. Like, this is serious. They talked about rape in their books, and they talked about you know defending women. But even if you didn't know then, the fact that you know now, what are you doing about it? Where are
Right,
all these voices?
right. Yeah, Trips, he could have came out a little more in the post press conference at Royal Rumble. He should have that was his moment to take his stand and say, I'm not him. We're gonna move forward, and this is how we're gonna do it. He dropped the ball on that.
No, he did. It was like he looked like a deer that got caught in the headlights.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think Cody gave a better answer than him.
Cody, listen, I swear, whoever taught Cody Rhodes PR deserves the Medal of Honor
Yeah, he the
because
best.
the way he handled that, he might as well have been head of creative at that point.
He will be one day. I guarantee
Like,
you that.
like, how dare you go and say like I don't want to think about this? We just like filled the Tampa Bay the stadium 48,502 people, and we got this $5 billion Netflix deal
All right.
for what?
If you think about it, that was just like when Vince came on Raw that night saying, this is gonna be then, now, and forever.
Forever.
Forget irate people. I brought you Hulk Hogan, you know. Triple H did the same thing, trying to swipe a tragedy under the rug by saying something good is happening. No, we need to address this now.
Because trying to put a bandage over the issue is not going to help.
No. And then your women division is hot right now. That's to me, like we were just talking, the women's rumble was better than the men's.
Like, and I'm glad, and let me point it out there were no veterans that came into this rumble.
I was just about to say that, man.
Oh,
At all. Just true current wrestlers. Not even current. They went and get TNA champ. That was big.
Jordan Grace.
Joe.
Jordan Grace.
I know Triple H with his taste in women from China. I know he wanted
Ah,
her bad.
oh man, don't do that now.
Oh, I'm just saying he loved him some jack women. Oh
I mean,
man.
listen, man. We don't know what Stephanie got going on under there,
Right. Facts.
but
But Jordan Grace, she killed it. She killed it.
she did.
Killed it.
I love the camaraderie between her and I'm not calling her Naomi. I'm still calling her Trinity.
Trinity Fatu.
She's forever Trinity. I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah, that
Like
was good. That was dope. They timing too, hugging, and then instantly just scrapping. That was dope. I like that whole segment.
like I thought we were cool. But,
Right. That was dope. See, the men didn't have those moments. It was so many hidden jewels inside the Women's Royal Rumble. I'll probably watch that about 5 times since it ended. I only watched the
I
Men's Rumble once.
I saw it once because I missed it during when it was live because I had to go to work.
Right.
So I was watching it today. I was trying to stay awake.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, B. First
I
of
know.
all, that whole pay-per-view was so underwhelming.
Yeah, it was. It
You
was.
know,
They did what they were supposed to do, getting us on the road to Mania. But it wasn't no big moments, man. I saw everything coming. Everything.
like I first found it disappointing. Like I know the Rumbles were supposed to be the main attraction, right?
Right.
But with everything going on in wrestling, they could have given something to the excitement.
Yeah.
You know, you got this media scandal going on. At least try to build the product up to make it better than what's going on. Not saying it's going to erase it, but clearly the timing of this was too coincidental for them to not have capitalized on this.
Right.
You know, and they did great with the women, even though both rumbles were botchamania.
Yeah. Yeah, it was super botchy.
You know, I feel like a lot of them were just scrambling.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And even like Jade Cargill, I love how she debuted. I think it was great,
Oh,
but it was some botches in her moments. She
yeah,
had
she hit her head. I don't know if it was real or not.
yeah. She almost got her bra kicked off at the end by Liv Morgan. I don't know if you peeped that.
I did, but even Liv's like entrance, that was underwhelming too. I'm like, number
Yeah.
Liv, really?
Speaking of 30s,
Split.
Sammy was underwhelming at 30. I didn't really care about Sammy at 30.
I was just mad they put Spliff Morgan at 30.
Yeah.
Listen, she's forever Spliff Morgan. If you checked out the last Gorilla Talk podcast episode, we did a whole tribute using fucking Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I think they overestimated her little internet buzz she been having. I was dead. That reaction was horrible.
Zelina had a better buzz.
Yeah.
And she
Yep.
came out looking like fucking Ultron.
Yeah, she did.
Or like whatever that suit. Do you remember Dexter's Lab?
Yeah.
The suit that the monkey robot had?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
The wings reminded me of that outfit.
Oh man, that was crazy.
It was.
That was crazy.
But I love that they did make it though about like you saw more personality in the women's match
Yeah.
than you did in the men's. Like you see um you saw when Jade was trying to put Naya over the top rope. You saw like the electricity between Bianca and Jade.
Yo, that was the pop of the night to me.
Like they're obviously gonna set that up, but they've been trying to set that up for forever.
Yeah. I
Like
would do like we
internet.
were saying, I would do long-term booking with that. Put Jade, Bianca versus the Kabuki Warriors for the tag titles, and then let them break up throughout the next year and fight each other. WrestleMania 41 main event. That'll be massive.
I mean, I would love for a women's match to get but we might have Roman versus whoever 5 by then.
Right. Or it might be Roman Rock because, maybe they won't give us Roman Rock this year. Maybe Rock will just help Cody win, setting up the tension for next year. I don't know.
I would love to believe that, but since The Rock joined the board and then Ava Rain became GM of NXT,
And they need to stop saying Rock joined the board. He owns a majority share now. A lot of people not peeping that. He got more control than a lot of people. He underplaying saying he bought into it. I'm in the stocks. So I actually looked at his share. It's massive. He
so
put
how
a lot.
massive are we talking about?
We're talking like in the 30 percentile. Like that's huge. That is huge.
So
So he is up
TKO
there.
has like if
So
they
he's got a company, $7 Film. They worked out like a deal where TKO took some stock and some ownership in that. In exchange, they gave him a massive share of creative control and say so in WWE. He just don't want to talk about it because he still wants to be a character. If he comes off like I'm a boss and a character, it takes a little bit away. So I understand why he's doing it, but let's not get it confused. He is a boss in WWE now, like serious boss.
so so you would say he's the one for creative now and not
No, I think him and Tripp have a good relationship. I think he's letting Tripp do his thing, but if need be, he has a button on his desk now, just like Vince, where I can say, no, I don't like this. But I think he letting Tripp completely run it right now because Tripp doing a good job. You can't take that away from him. He's doing a great job.
he did give a brunette Scarlet.
Right.
Mm.
He got some things to clean up, but it's not his fault. Like DIY, they when they came into the main roster, they should have been treated better. Now he's got to clean that up, bring it back to life.
I
I
mean,
think
he's also trying to bring back FTR.
yep,
There's a
yep,
lot of reports that AEW stars are coming over there, so
yep. But Cash had me thinking that he wasn't cool with Triple H and he wanted to stay in AEW. So I'm not sure about FTR. I
um,
think they got some little tension with Triple H.
well, I'm looking at what PW Mania.
That would be nice bringing them back though.
Hold on, I'm trying to see if this is for the House of Black or for FTR.
Oh, you already know. Everybody in the House of Black wants to come to WWE. They've tweeted about it. Everything.
During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer set speculated White Rules escape. Um, yeah, it's not telling me. I'm pretty sure it was FTR though,
That would be
because
nice. That would be
every
nice.
all the mistakes that were made prior to Trips getting creative,
Right.
it included Trinity and included FTR,
Mm-hmm.
Buddy Matthews, Aleister Black, Malachi Black, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, I'm sick with Buddy. Buddy was one of my favorites, man. He should have figured it out. They should have been able to use him.
Listen, man, Buddy's gonna come back because mommy's there.
Right.
And I think he needs to put Dominic in place.
Right. Yeah, when Dom goes babyface, he may be the biggest star in the world. I'm telling you. This kid, I just see something in him, man. When he turns babyface, he's gonna have the world in his hand. Because people who they hate when they make that switch, it's massive. Kind of like Roman right now. He's a big baby face, and when he went to heel, just massive. Same thing I see happening with Dom, man. When he goes babyface, when whatever happens, Buddy coming, being the big daddy heel, taking his woman back, that could be what would propel him, to be that. You got to make some sympathy. You got to find sympathy in the character to turn him face. So somehow you need to have something happen to Dom to where we feel sorry for him. So Buddy coming in, taking his lady would be perfect.
No, you gotta remember. I feel like the fall of Judgment Day is gonna happen
Mm-hmm.
when Damian Priest tries to cash in before Mania. Because remember, Mania is 2 months away.
Right.
As long as he has to cash in his
Do
money
you
in the
think
bank.
he'll win when he cashes in?
If he goes up against us, the meniscus tear is really bad,
Right.
yeah, he can get it.
I thought when Seth was giving his speech last week, I was expecting Damien's music to hit right there. Cashed
Yeah,
in right
it
there.
was disappointing,
Right.
but because I don't see, good unless he pulls what Seth did during Mania against Brock,
Right.
I don't see him getting it.
Imagine Cody finally finishing the story as Priest comes out, takes the belt.
Pretty much, that's some fucked up shit.
That'll
And
be so fucked up.
he said, "Fuck your story, fuck your legacy."
Fuck all your shit. But then that might make him a huge heel. You never know.
Cody would never go heel.
No, I'm talking Damien. It'll make him a bigger heel than what he is.
I would hope so, because that'd be some asshole shit.
That would be some asshole fucked up shit,
Because he
man.
didn't have to be Roman for it.
Right. Oh man. I hope we didn't just predict something. I really hope we didn't.
If we did, though, we're gonna we'll talk about it in 2 months from now.
Right. Clip this right now. But speaking of I am waiting for that Judgment Day breakup. They're due.
Because then what? She's gonna, however it goes with the Money in the Bank, that Rhea's gonna lose her title to somebody, and then the tag team titles will go, and then Dom will probably find a way to break up with her.
Yep. Because they're gonna figure out how to get those titles on DIY at Mania somehow. That's their goal. I can see it a mile away.
I'm tired of just. They need a whole storyline revamp. Everyone.
Yeah. Yep. Candice LeRae, take those dumbass wings off. Like seriously.
Listen, I don't know where people are getting the idea to put wings on their back.
Right.
Like, you're not. Are you fucking flying?
Right.
Why ain't you taking them off before you get to the fucking ring?
Now that's the shit that we miss Vince at. Vince wouldn't allow. He like, take that dumb shit off before you get to the ring. He wouldn't let that shit fly.
Which match do you want to get into next from Rumble?
Let's talk about the Fatal 4-Way.
Oh, that disappointing.
Yeah.
Everyone knew he was gonna win, though.
Yeah, it was too obvious. I won't lie though. It was an RKO that was hit that kind of had me like, wait a minute, is he about to do it? But yeah, that was the only moment I thought for a second he might not win, but everything else was predictable.
Like Solo interfered.
Yeah, stacking the bodies. I felt like that was gonna happen at some point. It was just too much. And then like nobody has any credibility in that match to beat Roman. I mean, I think Randy has the closest, but not AJ. You know, he doesn't have any.
They haven't built him enough.
Right. And LA Knight is over, but y'all killed him by letting him lose, you know? So who the fuck believes now, you know? If LA Knight didn't lose to Roman already, maybe, but him losing is like, been there, done that.
Yeah, it just seemed like he's just washing through all the bodies right now.
Yeah. And they running out of bodies, so Mania has to be the moment. It's no more challengers. It's just Cody. It's nobody else. Cody and The Rock. That's it. Nobody else can legitimately take that title off Roman and make it mean as much as the actual reign has. Because whoever takes it, it's got to be meaningful, because this is like one of the longest reigns we've ever seen. So the person that takes it needs to be massive. There's nobody bigger than Cody and The Rock right now. So I can't see nobody but them taking
Like I said, unless Damian Preacher says,
it. Yeah. You know, let's stop putting that out there in the universe.
"What? Listen, man, he's from the Bronx, so technically I would have to root for New York in this
Oh,
situation.
he is? I didn't. I never knew that. I never
He's
knew that.
from the Bronx, born and bred.
I never knew that. Okay.
You know, we already wanted Eddie Kingston to be a champion. He's repping Yonkers. Imagine the Universal Champion being from the motherfucking Bronx.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hope it's not coming true.
Ah,
He could be the world champion. I'll give him that. But no.
you just you just pissing on this idea because
I don't I do not want Damian Priest. I'd rather see Damian Priest fight Mommy.
the moment that WWE gets intergender matches would be the day I lose 100 pounds and become a fucking platinum bronze.
Right.
That's never happening.
Yo, they got some serious underlying tension right now. Mommy and Damian Priest. There's some serious tension brewing between the two of them. That's what's going to be the breakup of the group. Something with the two of them. They both fighting for that power spot.
I mean, he has to have real gold in order to go for the power spot, though.
Facts. Facts. That is true.
It's just a contract. It's a piece of
Yeah.
paper. I can make a photocopy of it.
Mommy is on top. Wasn't she PWI's Women Wrestler of the Year right? Last year?
I believe.
Yeah, I think she
But
was.
she's gracing the cover of 2K24.
Exactly. So, I mean, that says a lot.
And they took her China tribute
Yep.
and they made it a DLE, I believe.
Yep. So, Mommy is the leader.
You
Whoever has to go make the rules.
you just a briefcase holder.
Right. Send your money in the bank.
Señores, no, 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 no.
Right. What other matches? This was so underwhelming. I'm like, what other
First of
match?
all, I'm very disappointed in the Logan Paul and Kevin Owens match.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm not disappointed in Logan's wrestling though.
No, his wrestling is good, but
He probably the best non-wrestler ever.
they repeated the same match they had a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
No different.
So we are probably getting somehow,
A recycled match.
yep, Kevin Owens, Logan at Mania. It's gonna be a build up probably.
It's
I
like, oh
see.
my god, fuck you, no, fuck you,
Yeah.
and then fight each other in the performance center.
Right. Yeah, so that match, eh. Now that I'm talking to you, I'm like, man, maybe Rumble wasn't as good. I had a few beers, so maybe I was just like
I
intoxicated.
mean, I had my kids, so I couldn't be intoxicated. That's how boring the men's rumble was.
Yeah, man, I didn't. Now that I'm really looking back and thinking about it, I'm like, man, it was little pops, but nothing blew me away.
I told you all the pops happened when it was the women's, and after
Yeah.
that, nothing.
It was all downhill from there.
Like Andrade was not a pop.
What was the highlight for you? If there is a pop in the men's, what was it?
Honestly, and I hate to say this, right? Because I went into because I work in a community center in a high school. And I went to the middle school group and said, "Who's the bum now?" Because they were saying CM Punk was gonna win. So I'm like, "Who's the bum now?" Because it ain't Cody.
Right, it ain't Cody.
They were like, they threw their toys down like Miss Kitty. I'm like, but you gotta stop saying he's the greatest of all time. He's not. He hasn't been that like 10 years already.
And I think at some point he tried to have like you know how AJ and Randy came back buff. He took his shirt off, tried to pose. Like, no, you're not that guy.
Because he's on steroids.
You're not that guy. AJ is jacked. Randy's jacked. You just look bloated, bro.
You listen. They used to say at one point that Chris Jericho looked like a bloated corpse, and that reminded me of the same shit.
Yeah. And then he tore his triceps, so that just shows you weren't in good shape, man.
But you weren't in good shape either when you were in AEW.
Yeah, yeah. He's not that guy, man. He is not.
He,
Even today on Raw, hearing him come out, it was dead until his music went off, and somehow they probably piped in some CM Punk chants, and everybody followed suit. It was not like when he was in AEW, his music was playing. You could hear them CM Punk chants. That was a more over than he is now in WWE.
because he sold out.
Yeah, facts.
That man sold out. I used to say that Cody sold out. This man CM Punk sold the fuck out.
Right. Then he don't got a legitimate look. Like Roman looks like a Greek god. You cannot stand across him looking like the way you look and make us think you're gonna beat him. You know?
Fucking chisel ass jaw.
My
But
moment, my moment of the men's rumble to me, hands down, was number 1 and number 2.
oh, Yeet and no Yeet.
Yeet, no yeet. That was like, give me that at Mania right now.
No, that would be good for Mania.
Yeah, that would be dope. Hopefully, because I see they're trying to get that IC title on Jay. So hopefully that's a match at Mania for the IC title.
I listen. They need to put some singles gold on him. The way they've built him up,
There's
it'd be
nothing available but the IC. He's got to be the IC. Because United States, we just talked about that. That's locked up with Kevin Owens.
you're not taking it off Logan Paul anytime soon.
Yeah, nah. We need him to have that all the way to Mania for all the promo. You know how this is a business.
I'm so upset that Gunther honestly didn't win the Rumble because
About who didn't?
I would Gunther
Oh yeah, that was
Walter.
my pick.
I picked I picked Gunther, Cody, Seth.
Yep. Well, those are my picks. I said if it's not Cody, give me Gunther.
Cause that promo he cut with Seth,
That was real.
I respected that.
Yes. And I don't know how far you've been watching Gunther, but the Walter days, his whole story is like, all right,
Gruesome.
this guy is ready. He couldn't talk. Now he could talk. He wasn't believable. Now he's believable. Nobody took him serious. He's the longest reigning IC champion ever. Like back in the day when Warrior was running shop, it was like IC title versus world title or Warrior versus Hogan. Like I would like to see that if Seth wasn't hurt.
I mean, do you think Seth will recover in the month that he claims he will?
It's possible. I think it is possible, but it's not about being ready for Mania. It's about the build up. Are you gonna be here every week? You know, like are you just gonna pop up at Mania? Like I want to see the lead up. I want
I mean, he did
stories.
show up at Rumble, so he is trying.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not gonna be a run in. It's not gonna be like a backstage fight. You know, we gonna miss out on all that because he hurt. That's why I'm like he should have just dropped the title. I think what they wanted was somehow to give CM Punk his moment. But now Punk's hurt. So take it off of him. Who he's gonna fight, you know?
But then where's the title gonna go? A fucking tournament?
Yeah, that might be a little way. Elimination Chamber.
Who's watching that? That shit's in Australia. That's like a 16-hour time difference.
Yeah, but
We
it's
have
gonna be packed.
we have to be awake at 5 a.m. Who the fuck is watching that?
And I'm telling you, that crowd is gonna be lit, like on
That's crazy
fire.
for Aussies.
Those Aussies are fans. I don't know if you're a UFC fan, but they had a huge event in that same stadium, and I don't think I've ever seen a UFC crowd that live. So I already know WWE fans are gonna go nuts there.
I mean, my brother lives in Australia, and when we were cool, he's the one that put me onto wrestling. Like him
Yeah,
and my cousin, you know.
yeah.
But I ain't staying. I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. I barely want to wake up to get ready for work.
It's 5 a.m. It'll come on that early, you think?
Yes, that's what they said already.
Damn, 5 a.m. That's nuts.
That's why I'm just like, who the fuck is watching that? Why would you do that?
Right. The last time I did something like that was for what was that Japan thing they had
New
with Brock
Japan?
Lesnar? Yeah. No, with Brock Lesnar when you WWE went to Japan, it was like I think it was Brock and Kofi, maybe, or something like that.
Ah, shit.
I forgot what they called it, but
Evolution.
we had to get up early for that too.
There's so many pay-per-views that I gotta be up at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I'm like, yo, with all due respect, I'm gonna watch it on the legal sites in the
Right.
AM.
Right.
I can't do this.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know how people do it. They wake up 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. No, bro, I like my sleep. I like my pillow.
Right. Right. I don't know if they build it up well. I'll get up early enough.
Oh
I,
man.
they got to build it good though, man. They got to. We need something right now. It just feels flat. It feels flat. We should know right now. Like this is the time after Royal Rumble. You should know who's fighting for what. What's going on? We don't know shit but Cody and Roman. That's it.
And you want to hear something funny? The only reason they put Braun Steiner into the fucking Rumble was to replace Brock because of his allegations.
Oh,
So he wouldn't even have been a fucking choice
right.
had
Yeah.
Brock been in there.
Right. I hate to throw dirt on this man's name, but Taker and Vince are best friends. Hopefully nothing comes out with that, man.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised,
They are best friends, like real life. Like, so
but the same thing with Stone Cold.
yeah. Man, it's a dark world we live in. And it's like all of this shit is coming to light. Not even just in professional wrestling. The
But
shit that's happening with Diddy.
aren't you in a way excuse me, happy that this all comes to light?
Oh, I'm super happy.
They can
Super.
help somebody.
Hell yeah. It needs to stop now. I'm super happy. But it's definitely, it seems like it's like a big ring organization of pedophile, raping, trafficking. And it seems like those bosses are falling apart little by little.
It's like, but this has been coming down since they started the women's movement.
Yep.
And they had Harvey Weinstein arrested, then Bill Cosby. You know, it was
Diddy coming soon. I'm telling you, Diddy is coming soon. He got a lot of money. That's what's making it, prolong it.
R. Kelly had a lot of money too for a while.
He ain't had Diddy money. Diddy got some different type of money.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he did kill Biggie.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody says.
So I'm telling you, Diddy better enjoy his freedom while he can. I see it coming a mile away.
It's karma coming back for all of them.
Yeah, shit's not right, man. Not right at all.
I'm sorry I ruined Rumble for you.
What you mean?
But
Breaking it down?
underwhelming it was.
Yeah, I still, like I say, the women's made up for it all.
Oh yeah.
The Bianca Jade face off. I mean, whatever they do, I don't even care what they do. That's money.
I'm just happy that Bailey really got her shot again.
Yeah.
Like it has been so long.
Yeah.
Since she was in a title match.
She deserved it.
Like she needs to break away from Damage Control finally.
Yep.
And just do what she needs to do for her.
If they play this right, Bailey could be the moment of WrestleMania. If they play it right, she could be that moment where it's like people crying, everybody's happy, but they got to do it right. They need to somehow have Damage Control just beat the hell out of her, do her so wrong to where everybody just wants her to get retribution.
She needs to just get her lick and become the big badass that we know she could be.
Yeah. And shout out to Bailey. What she did. I remember when Mania, when she came down with EO and what's her name?
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai. When she came down with them, I remember looking at my thinking, like, what the fuck is this? But it's just like I thought with Judgment Day. I said the same thing. Yeah, but Bailey made all of them stars. All of them.
Because that's what she does. Let's talk about it. Even during the pandemic, she put everybody over.
Yep. Like EO is so believable right now. Like, and it's all because of Bailey. All because of Bailey.
I still don't believe in you.
EO had me when she jumped off the cage with the can over her head. That's when she had me. I said, okay, yo, this girl, I think I like her. I think I like her.
I just don't like her. Like I can't like this EO. No,
I like EO. I like her. I can't even lie.
I think it's only because I've been wanting Bailey to be champion for the longest
Yeah, yeah.
that when she got it, I just didn't know why the turn didn't happen yet.
Right. So Bailey EO, I think that's pretty much solid booked. But
Let's hope so.
who's fighting Rhea? That's the question.
I don't want to say Jade because she won't.
Too soon. Too soon.
Bianca or Becky for sure.
I think I'd rather Becky, but you know how they do women's. It's gonna be a triple. They gotta squeeze people in. Mania is becoming this event of triple threats. I don't like it,
It
but
sucks.
it's a way to fit everybody on the bill. You know,
Nights of bullshit.
yeah. It's gonna be some crazy ladder match, something.
Listen, WWE, us fans who used to be here to watch 6 hours of matches in theatrics
Yep.
are now reduced to 3 hours a night, 2 nights. Like, no.
Right. A bunch of triple threats.
Fuck.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be mad if it was Rhea, Becky, and who was the third person you just said too?
Bianca.
Bianca. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad. I
Yo,
still want Bianca J versus the Kabuki Warriors. That's what I want.
but if we would get that.
Right.
I mean, they're gonna eventually put those two in some type of tag team because they're known for putting people in tag teams. That
Yep. Yep.
I do hope they start making those changes as far as women. Because I really hate how Trips handled that fucking press conference.
Yeah, that was bogus.
What are you gonna do to make sure that people, and especially women, don't go through this again? Everything.
Oh man.
That's not an answer, bro.
Right. We got new ice cream bars at 7-Eleven. Like, what? What are you talking about, sir? We're talking about rape. You bringing up ice cream bars and pay-per-view
Like we got
sales.
a $5 billion deal with Netflix.
Right. We just got a $5 billion deal. Let's talk about that. Like, no. Somebody's hurting somewhere. Let's talk about them. Let's let them get their justice.
Like talk about the measures you're gonna take for that. Like your
Right.
company is being accused of fucking sex trafficking.
That's massive, man. That is massive.
That's not some little petty charge. Not like you stole candy from the candy store.
Right.
You
Man,
you like felony rape right here.
right. And now they if they press these charges, you know, he makes people sign NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. But I think it's some law where if you're in a federal investigation,
You
then
have
they can waive the NDAs and people can speak. That'll be, man, if that happens, that's huge. Because that's what happened to Cosby.
Pandora's box.
Yeah, once it gets to the Supreme Court, when they make that decision, NDAs, all that's out the window. Everybody gets to talk. That's wild. I feel bad for Stephanie. You know, she loves this company. I know she loved this business, you know.
And I think Shane does too. Or, like
Yeah.
you could tell the kids loved it, but they're not going to be involved because they knew what their dad was doing.
Yeah, they knew. They were fully aware.
But that's why you saw them split away from the company when they did.
That was drastic because I remember that week she was heading to England to try to set up a pay-per-view out there or something. And immediately you just stop. Like, what?
There's obviously a reason behind it.
Yeah, that's crazy. But Triple H, I'm disappointed in him, but did what he had to do.
But that was pretty much our wrap up of all of this.
Yeah, yeah. Did we miss any matches?
No, there's only 4.
That was it. Why am I thinking it was another match somewhere?
No, we thought there was.
Right. That was it. Well, till the next pay-per-view.
But
Elimination Chamber, right?
I mean, I'll watch it after it is done airing.
Eh, we shall see. We shall see. Seth needs to lose that title at Elimination Chamber, though.
He won't.
If he can't give us a quality Seth Rollins match with 2 good feet, don't give us nothing at all, man.
I doubt he's gonna be good for Elimination Chamber.
Right. And then don't make it so predictable because you're already hurt. So whoever you fight with, know you're dropping it to them. We know this because you're going to have surgery after Mania. Unless you just magically heal. I don't know.
I mean, they're saying if with enough rehab, he can get by.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But now that now that football season for you is over,
Yeah.
can I get you to make these TikToks for wrestling now?
Oh, we on it. Yeah, we on it.
Roslyn will repost you every day.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be reposting too. So this is all I'm talking about. I'm shifting from football to wrestling. 100%.
So in the meantime, though, love, until we do this again, maybe next week.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms at ABE from DET. That's on everything. Luckily, there's nobody else named Abe that's actually from Detroit, so I don't have to fight for my name.
I mean, you should copyright it just in case.
I've already did. I've already did. You know, I couldn't. I had problems calling myself Abe because of the president. That's why I had to add the from Detroit. I got a letter from like some government people saying I had to prove my name was Abe. Like, what the fuck? So I just added the from Detroit so I didn't have to deal with the legal shit.
Wow.
Yeah, that name is powerful. I guess you can't use it, you know?
I mean, that's how honest you are.
Yeah. Well, ABE from DET. Follow me on all platforms. Oh, and also if you're an artist looking to get some shine, get at me. You know, I promote everything, whether it be music, media, podcasts, food. You want to send me some food? I love to eat. I'll eat your food all day.
Too.
Send us some food. I do everything. I'm here for the people.
In the name of fucking LA Night. Yeah.
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 Oh man.
Oh man. It's your homegirl Ivy. You can catch this podcast and everywhere and everything on www.rawzonenyc.com. Check us out, Raw Zone Media, on digital podcasting platforms, Amazon, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, wherever else you may find us. We're also on YouTube and Twitch. As for myself, you can find me everywhere at IamIvy.xo_. I am flooding the TikToks, as you can tell. I am posting till you all get sick of me.
Yes.
But from myself and from Mr. Abe.
ABE.
I was trying to point the right way.
Right.
So join us again for another episode next week. We're gonna kidnap him as many times as we possibly can.
I'm here. Football season over. You got me.
I mean, listen, I still gotta pay for my Super Bowl boxes. Yo, I was so mad thinking that Detroit was gonna win, so I bought like 3 boxes.
I'm not even gonna watch the Super Bowl. Fuck football.
I probably won't. I might just tune in only for the halftime show because it is music.
Right.
And it'd be bad if I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it. That's the Guerilla Talk podcast. Maybe we'll break down the Super Bowl next. We don't know.
Man, just let it go. Let it go.
Let it go. I promise. I will. But from us to hear the good fight, a good night. And